In modern DC Comics, from the casual interpretation or point of view, Cyborg Caribbean is often depicted in the Justice League and written as if he's been an established hero with the team, but this is not necessarily true. Serious readers of DC Comics know that particular fact is incorrect, and the particular facts surrounding Cyborg with the Justice League are quite complex. But the speculative scenario is this: why is Teen Titans Cyborg affiliated with the Justice League? The motivations for DC's executives to put Cyborg into the Justice League of America comics or even film adaptations originate in the early 2000s, with the Justice League era of the Bruce Timm and Paul Dini animated universe of the time. The Green Lantern depicted as part of the Justice League was John Stewart, who was originally a minor supporting character in the related Green Lantern comic-based lore, but due to the pivotally successful series, casual and serious opinions relating to John Stewart in African American were overwhelmingly positive. The popularity of John Stewart as a black man and as a Green Lantern was not forgotten by DC executives. When DC and Warner Brothers were conceiving of the Justice League film of the time, they thought of which characters to pick on to represent the team, on the incarnations even of the characters to display. The natural choice would have been or could have been Hal Jordan, but due to the failure of the Ryan Reynolds headed Green Lantern film, this could not or would not be allowed due to casual perceptions from the film onto the character. The decision was to diversify the deceptions of the Justice League by choosing a black character for the film, but since Green Lantern couldn't be used, DC and Warner Brothers intentionally used another well-known black character from DC animated media. The original adaptation of Teen Titans from the early 2000s and later the spiritual successor of Teen Titans Go were known within the United States and internationally. Details of Cyborg were commonly known from the casual viewer of the cartoons, and opinions along with sentiment harder to be a reasonable choice for diversity-based reasons and familiarity causes to casual audiences. Just before the release of the movie, to correspond with the comics and not to confuse casual audiences, editors within DC Comics retconned Cyborg to be a founding member of the Justice League and to have connections to the Teen Titans minimalized or even ignored during the release of the film. From information now known, the depiction of Cyborg in the Justice League film was contentious, and there were different opinions as to how the character would be adapted as. There were conflicts from those who prefer the original comic-based Teen Titans or the original animated Teen Titans version. But as the Justice League film developed, it was decided for something of an original adaptation just for the feature. Reports had it that even when filming, there were changes made to Cyborg, and this caused tension and even animosity between Warner Brothers and Ray Fisher, the actor who portrayed Cyborg. He later made public accusations against DC and Warner Brothers and was essentially blacklisted from the industry for a period of time as a result of speaking out against the inconsistencies, harassment claims, and lack of direction or even focus with the DC Extended Universe. Opinions of the depiction of Cyborg were neutral at the time, because of Ray Fisher's acting as Cyborg was considered one of the few details of the movie that were reacted to positively by critics and audiences. Not actually because of the character depicted in the film, but the actor showing real skill. As opinions had the portrayals of other Justice League members not being in the same tier of excellence or professionalism.